Sam Bankman-Fried has arrived at the courthouse in the Bahamas. It comes as Democrats say they will not use any campaign donations from disgraced FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried. But now the question is, will they give that money up? And where has it all gone? Steve Moore joins me now. Stephen, Wall Street Journal's Kim Strassel say it looks like SBF used stolen money to fuel politics because it was all getting commingled into the same pile. Shouldn't politicians give every cent of it back to where it came from, back to the original investors?
Yeah. Hi, David. Merry Christmas. The only thing I would disagree with Kim Strassel about is it doesn't look like it. It's true. I mean, the fact is that this money from FTX was used in the millions and millions of dollars to influence the election. And these people that you're showing on your screen right now, every penny of that should be returned to the people who it was stolen from. You have investors, mom and pop investors, who've been ripped off of their money, sometimes their lifetime savings. I believe that all of it should be, whether it's a PAC, whether it's an individual politician. Look, David, it's very simple. If I stick a gun to your head and take, $1,000 from you, and then I give that $1,000 to someone else, that person has to give the money back, right? It's stolen funds. This is not complicated.
No, it's not at all. I want to talk about something that is a little more complicated, but in a way it's not, because we're talking about politicians spending other people's money. Congressional Democrats are working feverishly right now to pass a $1.7 trillion spending bill, another $1 trillion spending bill before Republicans take over. But, and here's the kicker, it seems a lot of Senate Republicans are helping in the effort. What's up with that, Stephen?
This is the craziest thing I've ever seen. First of all, it looks like we're going to have another, fiscal last-minute train wreck here. It is inconceivable that Republicans would want to make a deal with Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer 3 weeks before they're going to take over the control of the House. Almost everyone agrees. I wrote a column on this last week that the smart play for Republicans and what voters who voted for Republicans are demanding is that they do two things. Number one, that they don't waive the budget rule, so we can do a $130 billion cut right now, David. And that's something that Nancy Pelosi or Joe Biden could stop. It's automatically in the rules as long as they don't waive the budget rules. But guess what, David? Rand Paul, who's the guy who's really pushing this, says he only has 5 or 6 votes among the Republicans to do that. And so I just think the economics is wrong, and I think the politics is even worse here.
Well, and the incredible thing is, you wonder who the Senate Republicans considered their best allies. It's not necessarily Republicans in the House. Siobhan Hughes, who writes for the Wall Street Journal, quotes Senator McConnell, the leader of the Republicans in the Senate, saying goodbye to Democrat Pat Leahy because he's retiring. And he has said McConnell told him our true opponent was never each other. It was the House. So he's coming right out and saying the House is the enemy. The Republicans in the House are the enemy.
Yeah, the Senate has always been a club. I've been in this town in the swamp for 35 years. The Senate is a big club, and they all, get together. And the other thing that's a big part of this puzzle is that there are billions and billions of dollars of these pork barrel earmarked projects, David, and the senators don't want to give that up. They don't want to give up their slices of bacon, which is the most. By the way, David, do you remember, right, the bridge to nowhere in Alaska? Remember that $200 million bridge? I mean, they're bringing all this stuff back, and this is a retirement gift to Senator Shelby of Alabama. And as I wrote in my column, this is the most expensive retirement going away party in the history of mankind.
Yeah,
I mean, billions and billions of dollars. Why don't they just build him a bronze statue?
It's disgraceful. I mean, for those, what pork means essentially is you get federal taxpayers to pay for local projects, and in this case, a vanity project for Shelby, who I thought long ago was a conservative, but he sort of gave that up because he wants to see a statue of himself built by federal taxpayers.
I mean, it is so infuriating. And I have to say, if Republicans go forward with this, I think they're going to just, infuriate their own voters who are becoming more and more demoralized. A good editorial today in the Wall Street Journal about how Republicans since the election seem to be getting everything wrong. They seem to be learning, David, all the wrong lessons. The reason the Republicans took the House is because Americans want to get control of this budget and this debt.
Well, they're not going to do it by spending another $1 trillion. That's for